Marhaban, hello everyone, with you here's Rashid the Arab Gamer gaming from the Arab world, and today I am reviewing the Steam controller. Now, I know a lot of you probably haven't even heard of this, but some of you who did and probably read some reviews have mixed opinions. Some people are saying it's bad, some people are saying it's alright. But for those of you who are new, let's start off with that. This is the Steam controller. It is designed for PC players who want to game from the couch. Now the reason is because lately there's been a lot of PC players who have been plugging in their rigs, including me, and the TV so they can play their big games on the big screen. Obviously you can't take your keyboard and mouse, and since a lot of games depend on that, that's kind of a problem. You could technically use a wireless mouse and keyboard, but that would kind of be inconvenient. So this is meant to be a solution since it has a touchpad which can be used as a mouse and the analog stick and the buttons, so it's kind of like an all-in-one package. Now, right from the get-go, it looks kind of cheap. I won't lie, this is something that looks like you get out of Toys R Us or something. The plastic feels cheap, but it does feel good, which is the most important thing, in my opinion. Because, I mean, we get like really good build qualities like the DualShock 4, but it just, like the analog stick rips off, the R2 button breaks easily. So in my opinion, yeah, this looks cheaper, but it feels more sturdier. I don't think any of these problems will happen. So on the front, you got your touchpad. You got two touchpads actually, and you got your face button and your analog stick. The analog stick feels really good actually. My thumb never slipped. It always felt like I was on it, I guess. It never gave me any trouble. The hair trigger feels nice. The hair trigger are basically the analog stick, so you got two buttons now. Whenever you pull on the analog stick and then you push it again, that's two buttons, so it's a really nice feeling. On the back you have something called the pad buttons, which again are very useful, especially playing like FPS games, so you can map one to crouch and jump, so you don't have to reach out to any of the face buttons. In fact, the cool thing is a lot of these features, we see them in pro controllers like the MLG controller, or the Xbox One controller, the Xbox One Elite controller, and those things cost a lot. But this one is like around the $50 range, and it comes with all these built-in features and a free software, so that's just this really good value. But of course, let's get down to business. How does it feel? Does it actually play good? Well, here's the thing. I've been playing it for like about a week, I guess, with games such as Black Ops 3, because it just so happened to come out the same week I got the controller. So, I was trying it out with zombies. Now, when I first launched the app, I set it up as a keyboard and mouse layout. You have so many different layouts. You can set it up as a gamepad layout, or you can set it up as sort of a hybrid or a keyboard and mouse layout. My first impressions were terrible. I did not like it. The aiming was really bad. I constantly had trouble figuring out the sensitivity. I kept messing with the settings. I just really sucked at it. And then I went to the community. The community had a lot of layouts already set up. It was surprising because this was a game that just came out. At the time when I was trying this, the game just literally came out and someone set it up, and as soon as I clicked on the top used one, because they're rated by how many are used, it felt instantly better. I was aiming really good, I was landing headshots, it felt really comfortable, and this is like, it became a controller from wanting me to throw it away to actually wanting to use it and maybe even replace my mouse and keyboard. Well, I'm not gonna, now this is the thing. It tries to emulate a mouse and keyboard, but it can never be a mouse and keyboard. You have to understand that. Despite what many people think, this isn't meant to be really a replacement. It's meant to be a convenience, a sort of something that's more practical. Because like I said, having a mouse and keyboard on your couch is not something that's really practical. You can use it on your desktop, so if you're web browsing, it feels more it feels more comfortable. And that's just really what it is. It's meant to be something more practical, to bringing the PC experience to your couch, and in that regard, it really did succeed. I won't lie, it is actually pretty good. And in a lot of games such as the RTS games such as Dota 2, I gave this controller to one of my friends who loves playing League of Legends and Dota, so they're very similar games. And he loved it. He really actually said, as soon as he gave it back to me, he's like, I want this controller. And that sort of says it all right there. It is a good controller if you want to play casual, but obviously if you want to go pro, I don't imagine seeing a Dota 2 tournament where people are using Steam controllers, or a Counter-Strike tournament where people are using the Steam controller. I don't see that happening. But it is something that works, and it works pretty well, especially for its price. Now, there is obviously some negatives. It doesn't come with rechargeable batteries. That's definitely a bad thing. in this day and age. The face buttons don't feel right. The D-pad, this is supposed to be a D-pad, the big thing, the other touchscreen, I guess, touchpad, just doesn't feel right at all. I usually use D-pads to navigating menus, so I just stuck to the analog stick, which feels great, so I'm okay with this. It's not a deal breaker for me. If you're getting this controller, don't get it thinking, oh, you know what, I need another controller so my friends can play Towerfall with me. Don't get this controller. This isn't really that great for those kind of games. It's meant to be a controller that is developed for PC gamers. PC gamers love to fine-tune, they love to experiment, they're very patient when it comes to games. I mean, at least from my perspective, that's how I am, and I know a lot of people who are like me who play PC games and sort of have the same philosophy. And in that regard, the Steam controller does follow that philosophy. It requires lots of patience, lots of fine-tuning, but of course, if you are lazy like me, the community will always be there. And obviously the developers are creating their own controller layouts as well, such as The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 already had a controller layout ready, and I just had to download it. I actually didn't even need to download, just need to set it up. But all in all, the Steam controller, I guess to put it shortly, it is a jack of all trades and a master of none. But you can master it if you put in the time and effort into it. But obviously a lot of gamers, they don't want to go through that hassle, and they'd just rather stick to something they know. But if you feel like trying something daring, go for the Steam controller. I really don't think this thing will boom, but it will have a cult following, and I think eventually from that cult following it will grow and become more popular. That's all I have to say about it for now. If you guys want to read the full review, please click the link in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe. With you is Rashid, the Arab Gamer, gaming from the Arab world, Ya Aziz.